Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video, as you can see by the title, is going to be my April wrap-up. Is it just me, or did April just come and go and now she's gone? Now it's May tomorrow, I can't even. But I had a really good reading month this month. I managed to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books. 8 or 9 as far as I can tell, but I didn't really start the month off very strong because unfortunately I had to DNF a book, and that book was The Toll by Neil Shusterman. I ended up DNFing this one. I actually got quite close to the end. I had maybe like 200 or so pages left. I was listening to the audiobook, and honestly, it is an interesting concept, this world, where death doesn't really exist anymore, and the only people that can really end your life are scythes. They're specially trained to do that. But to be honest, I just got bored. This book does not need to be as long as it is, in my opinion. Just so much happened, this just didn't need to be there, and I was just trudging through, and yeah, it's a no from me, Simon. My makeup today, oh my gosh. Sorry, I did just finish it, so don't judge me too harshly, but from a DNF to a 5-star read that I read on my Kindle, I read The Lightningstruck Heart by TJ Klune on my Kindle, obviously. It was amazing. Like, it is an LGBTQ fantasy story about this boy called Sam, and basically what happens, he is an apprentice to a magician, and he's in love with a knight called Ryan, but he can't have Ryan because Ryan is engaged to the prince, and it's just lots of laughs, lots of gay stuff, lots of gay stuff, and just so wholesome and so sweet. And it made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me feel all of the feelings. And if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend you do. I'm going to be reading the second one hopefully in May on my lovely Kindle there, so I've got that. The next book I want to talk about is The Vanishing Star by Maureen Johnson. I listened to this on audiobook as well. I really am enjoying this whole true crime, murder, mystery story that's going on with this trilogy. It's basically set in this boarding school, and the owner of said boarding school, the founder, way back in the 1930s, his wife and daughter mysteriously vanished and were murdered, and no one was able to solve it, and our main character takes it upon herself to solve this crime. And it's wonderful. I really liked it. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I'm really enjoying where the story is going, and I'm really excited to delve into book 3. The next book I want to talk about is actually one that I just recently finished, and I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to read it because it's a big boy, but that was King of Crows by Libba Bray. This is the 4th and final book in the Diviners series, and it was good, but my mind wasn't blown. Like, for a series that I've literally been giving 4-star up to 5-star ratings to, this one probably falls into the 3.5 category. I just did not like, one of the characters in particular I felt was done really dirty, and he was just completely blown off, and he wasn't my favorite character, but I felt bad for him. But like, yeah, it was really good. It was good, and I do still really love these characters. They are so diverse and wonderful, and they have so much depth. But my favorite in the entire series, I think, might be Layer of Dreams, and then Before the Devil Breaks You, then The Diviners, then this one. It was still a good conclusion, but yeah, for me personally, not much happened until the last 200 pages or so, but it was still really good. Still lots of creepy stuff to enjoy. We love that. The next book that I want to talk about was our Introverted Reader book club pick for the month of April, and that was The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. I have a full review of this book on my channel if you want to go and check it out, get my more in-depth thoughts. But all in all, didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It's in the middle. It was good. It was a good story. Set around Arthurian legend. I love the legend of King Arthur. It got me tempted to rewatch the TV show Merlin. But yeah, I did it. I enjoyed it, but my mind wasn't blown. I am looking forward to reading the rest of the trilogy though. But yeah, Guinevere gets a 3-star from me. The next book is the very last book that I managed to finish in the month of April, and I'm actually so proud of myself that I got it read, and that was Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I've read a good lot of Julie Kagawa's books in the past. I have read, I think, the first 3 or 4 of her Talon series, and I read the entirety of the Iron Fae series. I don't like fairies, but I really only read that series because I was in a really, really bad reading slump, and it was just really trashy and tropey, and it got me through it. This is that as well. Like, it's just pure young adult trash, but in a good way. You know, it's really, really tropey, and a lot of stuff in here is quite predictable, but like, I mean, I still enjoyed myself. It's centered around Japanese mythology, and there's this scroll, there's like pieces of this scroll lying about, and our main character is this girl. She is half kitsune, she's a fox shifter, and she was raised in this monastery, but then the monastery gets burned down. But before it does, her master gives her a piece of this scroll and says, you need to take this away because people are going to come after it, and if it gets into the wrong hands, this could be really, really bad. So she has to go on this journey to take it to this faraway temple, to keep it locked away and keep it safe from getting into the wrong hands. And I did enjoy myself. Again, I did enjoy myself, but again, a lot of stuff was predictable, and my mind wasn't blown. Not really so much in the way of character development for me for this one. There wasn't enough in it. I mean, I liked our main character, but like the male protagonist, like the love interest, I guess, was just so cliche and annoying. He just stood around and brooded all the time, and no, I don't need any more brooding males in my life, thank you. But yeah, all in all, I give Shadow of the Fox 3 out of 5 stars. Please don't knock my camera over. The next book that I read was Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Maniscalco. This is a story set in the 1800s, during the time when the horrendous serial killer Jack the Ripper was making his rounds around London, murdering innocent women. And our main character is a girl called, what is her name? Audrey Rose. And she wants to be a forensic scientist, and she works with her uncle in his laboratory, you know, dissecting dead bodies and stuff. And obviously, because of the time period, her father doesn't want her to be doing that, you know, to be like a proper lady and go to tea parties and stuff, but she doesn't want that. And I did enjoy the murder mystery aspect of this book, you know, delving into such an I was going to say iconic, but or whatever, but I guess an iconic legend that is Jack the Ripper. I'm not saying that as a compliment, by the way, don't take that the wrong way, but basically just sort of trying to figure out why he's doing what he's doing and putting all the pieces together, and I enjoyed that. But again, character development. I did not believe that either one of the characters felt anything for each other. Like, whenever we got to the part where they like declared their love or whatever, I was like, okay. But yeah, all in all, I did enjoy it. I really enjoyed the murder mystery aspect, and I am really looking forward to delving more into this series. So yeah, 3 stars to Jack the Ripper. A lot of 3 stars this month, but that's okay. The next book that I read, well, I listened to it via audio. I gave this one 4 stars, and that is The Trials of Apollo, The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. As you guys know, I have been rereading this series. This is book 2 in the Trials of Apollo series. It's basically about the god Apollo gets struck out of Mount Olympus because he did something really, really bad. We don't know what he did that was really, really bad to make Zeus want to kick him out. He has no memory of it whatsoever, and he basically has to go through all these different trials in order to gain Zeus's favor and get himself back to Olympus. Really loved it, so fun. Love being back in this world again. I love the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan, the Magnus Chase trilogy. Like, all his books are amazing, and it's lovely to be back in this world. So I really, really enjoyed this. This got 4 stars. Okay, the next 5-star book that I read this month, and I'm so happy that I finally read it, was Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. This was fantastic. This was wonderful. You don't need to read every single Shadowhunter book to read this. You only need to read The Infernal Devices, because this follows the children of the characters from that trilogy. So read that trilogy, or read up on that trilogy, read up on the characters, and then get to this one. It's so, so good. It was wonderful being back in what is it, like 1900s London now? Because the Infernal Device is like 1800s Victorian London, so this is Edwardian London. I love being back in that world. It's amazing, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. And yeah, if you're a Shadowhunter fan and you haven't read this book, please do. But read the Infernal Devices first, okay? The very last book that I want to talk about in this very unnecessarily long wrap-up is Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is the third and final book in the Renegades trilogy. This, again, love this world, love this story. I so enjoyed where the plot went in this one. It's not my favourite in the trilogy. I think maybe Arch Enemies might be my favourite. But I still really enjoyed myself. It's such a fun ride, and I really loved it. It's actually got me kind of tempted to reread the Lunar Chronicles. I think I might rebuy those and read them again. And if anybody wants to buddy read them with me, let me know. But yeah, anyway, this got 4 out of 5 stars for me. Absolutely adored it. So yeah, those are all the books that I read in April. Great reading month because, you know, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, that is my wrap up. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're washing your hands. And let me know what you read this month. What were your favorites? What were your least favorites? And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.